Several years ago, Jack and Jim Champagne created a website for John Adams High School, 1961 art class. And then in 2015, we decided that let's do all the high schools for South Bend. So working with the South Bend Alumni Association, we did Adams, Central, Clay, Jackson, LaSalle, Riley, and Washington. You can see the dates that they started there. We have a reunion list on each SBAA website on the main menu. We have classmate profiles. They do not show phone numbers or addresses of classmates. That's held very tightly. We can send private messages. We'll talk about that. Only you and the recipient can see a private message. Announcements can go out either on the home page or through email delivery. We can put public messages in the What's New link that all classmates may view. And finally, we have maps where classmates live. So let's take a look at some of these tools. I'm signed into John Adams right now because that's our home base here. And on here we have a menu for reunions, and just the current year is usually showing. 2023. Right now, in 2023, we only have 2 reunions scheduled, the all year, and then Danny Rose has the class of 1963 coming up. And on today's date, it's 138 days away from now. So that's what we'll have coming up this summer. We can look at classmate profiles in here. I'm going to choose my year, 1961. And in here we can see if they're military, if they have photos that they put in, or if they're in memory or they're deceased or whatever. We can show the yearbook photos here, and you just roll down the screen. There they are. They're from the yearbook, of course, for that. And we can find a classmate by typing a name or looking at that list down below. I'm going to type in Champaigene, and our older sister, she's passed away, but Jack and Jim are in here. So I'm going to click on Jack's profile. This is information that Jack has put up so that classmates are able to see it. There's no address or no phone number will ever show on this site. Now, if I want to send Jack a private message, I can click on this link right here, and you can put a subject in and type your message. And when your message is complete, you can send the private message, and he will receive it in his email at his home. He can respond to it and send it back to you, so it's private. Only the sender and receiver can see these messages. They do not go out to any admins or anything like that. We have another thing for announcements out here called What's New. In the What's New, click on here, is a journal of all the announcements. These are public announcements, and some may stay at the top for 30 days, like I posted this one here. But you'll see just a journal of all the announcements that were meant for everybody to look at and to read. I'm not sure how long they go. You can post your pictures in there and comments and whatever, like something like that. So those are good things there for that. Also, I'm going to go back to the home page here. In the home page, you can see how many people that we know about live in each state. 19 live in Alabama, and if we click on that, it would tell us that, there they are, the 19 people that live in Alabama, and all the states and other countries too. Now, interesting, they have show classmates on a map. Let me click here. It may take a couple seconds to load. Click OK. Now, mine defaults to 61 because that's my class year. But We said 1963 for John Adams had a reunion coming up, so I'm going to click on 1963. And it said 52 classmates are known where they live in the United States map here for this. Now, I can make this full screen right here, and we can zoom in on these icons. They're from the West Coast, East Coast, even we got somebody out in Hawaii. We did for our class of 61. So we can see all these, the cluster in here. A lot of people stayed local. I can zoom in on this, or I can hit the plus sign, make it bigger and bigger, something like that. Now, if I keep zooming in, I keep using the plus sign here, I recall that in Granger, I think Danny Rose lives in Granger, and of course his wife is registered also, so her picture's there. So there's a cluster of 3 people there for that. Now, if you click on his name here, it'll take you to the website and show the profile for him. No, it does not show a home address, a cell phone number, or a landline phone number. Those are protected. They do not go out to the public or to any other classmate unless you contact that classmate individually yourself. Okay. I'm going to go back to the map here. And say okay. And I'm going to make it full screen again. So, and we have some are in Europe. There's Finland. Layla was was an exchange student for us in 1961. That's kind of interesting to see that. So we can find all this information out here for this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and close that out. So those are some of the features that we can find in the map services for our website. Okay, now I want to come back to here. We've covered all of these, I believe. Announcements that will either be on a homepage or an email will come out on the messages and map software for that. So, a reminder, please check your school website each week. There's something new coming on all the time. Encourage your classmates to join the website. It's free. We have licenses up to 2030, the year 2030, for all 7 of these high schools. If you're active, form or join a reunion committee. They'll need your help. Update your school story. Your classmates, your children, and your grandchildren want to know what you did in high school and later in life out there for that. Those stories only will be listed here. Update your contact information. If you move, let us know. If you change your phone number, let us know so the reunion people can contact you when it's time for a reunion. If you see or have any yearbooks from any school in a year, there are some we don't have yet. I have 400 yearbooks in my garage, and I've scanned most of them. I have scanned over 112,000 senior photos. That's how they got on the site. That's where the names come from. So if you have yearbooks from any school, any year, get them to me. We need them. Check the newspapers for classmate obituaries. If you see it on the computer, send us a link so we can post it in the in-memory section. If you served in the military, post your military service photos. We'd like to see those and give credit for the military service. Thank you for watching.